Joey here with the Critical Missourian, and I'm just kind of concerned because after the Branson Tragedy on Table Rock, I'm surprised to find that some of these vehicles are still in operation. These are vehicles that were created and designed during World War II to transport troops over land and sea. The duck boats, as they're called, made by GMC, and I'm finding that there's some tours out there still conducted with them. So that's leaving me open to a lot of questioning here. I mean, if these after the tragedy where 17 people lost their lives within my own state, and then I look around and find that there's still other vehicles like this, and reading even deeper and find that there's been several other incidents besides the tragedy in Branson. I mean, you could look online and see several incidents involve either accidents or something with the boat itself. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just has me concerned if that people are still using them. The question I would like to ask, most of all, is being that these vehicles are nearly 80 years old, how in the world are they keeping them afloat after so many years? I mean, where are they getting their parts? I mean, I'm for sure GMC doesn't make those vehicles anymore. And seriously, where would they be getting parts for those things? I mean, can they even sit and guarantee the safety of these vehicles? I mean, you gotta give some kind of credit there, because as vehicles age, as all do, they tend to lose their reliability unless persistent safety inspections are done. As I was trying to say before I had to take the dog out, is I have to question the safety of these vehicles. I mean, if parts are, it's more than just parts. I mean, you gotta consider who's actually in charge of this. I mean, they go on land, they go on water. They don't exactly fit under any one category. So who's actually guiding the regulations on these things? And it has me concerned. I mean, especially after I watched a report where the concerns about their safety on the road, because they got so much length in front of them. And then that one city required that they have to have cameras installed just to be able to see what's in front of them, because you got, like I was saying, the cabin deck, the cabin part of the boat is like way on back here compared to the front, and you probably got several feet trying to see up and over, and to keep from hitting obstacles. So I don't know. I really kind of believe that these things were a product of their time and should have remained as objects in a museum, not as civilian-based items. I mean, if you want to do a tour by boat, go by boat. If you want to if you want to do a tour on a bus, go on a bus. But these vehicles have to be questioned whether they are still considered safe or not, because they were never designed with a civilian use in mind. Then you have to question about maintenance and who's keeping records of whether they're well maintained and everything. I mean, you gotta worry about a lot of things. I mean, they don't as I was trying to point out, I mean, the National Transportation Board and the Coast Guard has trouble trying to differentiate where they sit as. I mean, they also, because you could use them either way. So it's kind of hard to set regulations whether to make sure that they're safe. So like I said, this is a whole reason why I was making this video, because I'm questioning the validity of the whole idea. I mean, I know it's kind of not. It's a novel idea. Okay and great, but when you have an idea that caused the deaths of many people, then you better be questioning whether it was a good idea at all. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I have probably many more questions to ask. But the fact that these things are still in operation makes me wonder whether or not they should be removed from operation or strictly regulated and to ensure further safety and no other incidents happen. I mean, I've already counted one other incident, one other considerable incident up there, and I think in Philadelphia there was another considerable incident. I mean, I'm just like, after so many incidents, when does it become any more safe? Or when does it ever become even viable? How many more people have to be hurt before a business owner thinks the idea was a bad one? So, I mean, I was surprised that the duck tours in Branson have resumed under a different company, not owned by the same people that own the duck boats during the tragedy. But I don't know. Like I said, I got so many questions, and they all have to be able to guarantee the safety of everybody. So I don't know if anyone's with me on this, but until all these questions have been answered, I don't feel like it's a grand idea to be dealing with 80-year-old vehicles without some kind of safety net. So I hope this gets some attention, and it gets a lot of people thinking about the question of these, because I know this has been almost 10 years since the incident, but to find out that these vehicles are still operating out on the road or out in the lakes and coastal waterways, I'm putting a big question mark out there, and I'll have to leave that to the rest of y'all to determine for yourselves whether you feel the same way I do about whether because I'm really unsure about the whole idea. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, I don't know. The jury will be out for quite a while, but until someone can prove to me otherwise, I'm going to feel like it's going to be too risky to have these vehicles sitting out on the road or out in the waterways until something happens, until something gives me guarantees otherwise. So anyhow, that's the end of my video, and I hope this kind of puts some thoughts in the head. Maybe someone can message me on the comments about my my concerns, and maybe prove me wrong. But until then, see you on the next video.